Hello, everybody. I am Brandon Carey once again, and we are playing Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, otherwise known as Sly Raccoon if you were, in Europe. And we started the Panda King world, yes, last week. We've gotten 2 of his levels complete, and there's 5 more left before we fight him, and then once we're done this, we should be able to do the finale. So, frankly, odds are we will be finished Sly Cooper 100% by the time the stream is over. And then we'll move on to Going Commander next week. So that seems like the plan. First... yeah, I don't see a reason why we would not be able to finish.
Fired up to make the run for the key. While on the blasting station, use the left analog stick.
Another turret section.
And the square button to fire.
Right on. I'll keep him covered.
I actually think, like... yeah, Panda King does sound like a Chinese place now that you say it out loud. I have no lucky charms, so this is kind of a I must do everything in one take kind of thing. Unless there are checkpoints, which there might be. Oh, honestly... this is kind of one of the problems with Sly, is that the mini games like this are the weakest part. They really did not have... they really were not confident at all with that the platforming would carry itself when it obviously would. Yeah, they get way better in 2. They get way better in 2. Like, 1 is the point where mini games are really, really awful. They get way better in 2. You're right, Xenochrist, but... God, right here. They are bad. This is bad. That's just wrong. There's a checkpoint at some point in this. This is all one take. This is gonna be miserable. That was close.
I'm half done.
And again, there's this thing with Murray, like... He gets done dirty in Sly 1. He gets done really dirty because he feels like almost like the burden. Like, this is not an endearing level. This definitely does not make you feel great. Also, you could just run forward for the key, and it kind of pisses me off that you didn't. Just take this straight shot. Do not do this loop-de-loop. Don't be the alchemist from Spyro. No one likes that guy. That guy's an asshole. Oh, for the love of God. This zoom in is actually disorienting, frankly. This is very disorienting when it zooms in like that. I actually wish it did not do that. No, fuck! Come on! Oh, fuck off!
Let's do it, Sly. Oh.
That's because I wanted to.
Let's do it, Sly.
Man, that live system. Seeing those lives go down for this shit? Oh, that's a feels bad. It's really a shame, because This is a bad level and otherwise really, really good platformer. Like, this still holds up. This still feels good to play. When you're not doing this shit, like, the actual platforming levels, they feel great. Alright. Yeah, you're half done. Then again, Murray, my dude, you were done years ago. Murray, my dude, you were finished years ago. Yeah, that zoom in is super disorienting. Oh, it's not, it's random. No! Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay. Okay, you've overstayed your welcome, please. Thank you. Oh, that took way. That last section is way longer than it has any right to be. I was done at the 4th. Then they went 4 more. At least we got the key. At least we got the key. Only 4 more of these keys left to get, and we are all good. 30 clues in this area. The unseen foe, yeah.
Looks like a good place to try out your new invisibility move. Hold down the circle button to drop out of sight.
It is kind of funny.
While invisible, nothing can see you. Not lasers, not searchlights, not guards. Oh, and if the guards already see you, then the invisibility trick won't work on them.
It's kind of funny they give you this invisibility move to use in this one level, and more or less this one level exactly. Because you never use it for the rest of the game, more or less. Okay. I pick up what you're putting down. Thankfully, I have the ability to walk while invisible, which will save me a little bit of time. How do I get up there for that clue? Huh. Let's take a look. These are obviously just spire jump points. Maybe we don't get to that right now. Maybe we have to actually climb this building before we can get there. I love that. Like, if we wanted to, we could walk, but honestly, walking with visibility is not very efficient. It's just too slow. So we're just gonna do this. Honestly, walk while invisible is not a very useful ability to have. Now, the more I'm actually using it, the more I'm like, no, actually, I was wrong. This actually isn't a great or useful skill. Because of how slow you move. Alright. And this time we should have no alarms. And now that we have the ability to walk to, like, not take fall or water damage, this Lucky Charm will probably actually stay in inventory for much longer than the other ones did. Well, I guess we didn't really lose the other ones as much as, like, we threw them away to get clues. Alright, we are making solid progress. Check if there's any clues. Oh, okay. There are no clues over there, actually. That's just death. There we go. The invisibility doesn't still... I don't know if this one level actually justifies its inclusion in the game. I'm not, like, this isn't bad, it's just... It's so weird to have this power. It feels like it should be super useful, but then it actually... You don't really need it. You don't. Where's the key? Most of the time, this power does nothing for you. I do like that transition from combat to non-combat music and vice versa. That's really cool. That's really slick. And there are some clues over there. Probably have to drop down on him to get them. Or invisible our way past him, which is very doable. Very doable. Quiet. So I guess we were supposed to use those, but since we can walk while invisible, I guess it's actually easy useful power because you can do stuff like this. And save yourself some time. I'm sure you're supposed to jump. Yeah, you're supposed to jump from here, from there to there, it looks like. That's not happening. Yeah, here you go. Here's how you get there. By dropping from here. That actually saves no time at all. Alright, now how do we get over there? This is a slide, so we're not coming back when we actually climb this. Unless... No, looks like we actually do. We do come back here. So we should be good. We got 20 clues. We have 10 left. 10 left. Okay, I think the game fucked up. I feel like I probably should have been caught. But that's fine. I'll take it. I'll accept that answer. Now let's get these clues. There was one more. There you go. Only 3 left, and this actually is a pretty short level. I think if we just come over. Okay. Quiet. 1 clue is left. We're looking for 1. Hopefully it's on the way over here. Hi there. Bye there. Alright, so... is there a clue on the top of this spire? Oh, yes there is. Of course.
Press the circle to enter the vault code. It was a challenge, but this vault's combination has got to be 667.
Oh, that's 1 away from being a beastly number. There we go! 666! What a devil.
You found the blueprints for the Panda King's lair. I'll upload the data straight into your binocucom.
So I actually looked up how these vault drops work in the code. Because people have scraped this game and they know how it works now. Turns out, the clue cipher...
Sly, this pagoda is some kind of huge gunpowder production plant. Judging by the scale, the Panda King must be making tons of explosives.
It turns out the powers actually fall in a set order. When you open a level, the way it works is the game checks all the powers you have the moment you load into a level, and it will say, based on what you have right now, this vault will contain this power. The exception being the 3rd vault in every hub world will always be the blueprint that lets you scan for clues. Now, this is an interesting fact because in the case of Miss Ruby and the Panda King, there are only 4 vaults. Period. Which means you only get to actually utilize the ability to hunt for clues on 1 level per each of those hub worlds. Because you would have to have unlocked 3 of the 4 vaults to do it. We have enough keys at this point to unlock this and keep going. No, the dialogue that Bentley has for the vault codes, those are tied to each level. Each level has its own unique unique code that goes with it. However, the actual content inside the vaults are determined by the order you unlock them.
I'm 99% sure you'll be able to ride them all the way to the top of that statue before they explode.
What about that other 1%?
Well, in that case, Sly, you will be blown to bits. But the experience will no doubt be spectacular.
Nice.
Now, to unlock these rockets, you're going to need all 7 of the Panda King's treasure keys.
Right on. I'll steal them in no time.
Yeah, so the vaults... The contents of each vault are based on the order you unlock them. They are not fixed. The way I thought they were last time. Oh no, this is the race. God, I never like these races.
Hurry, what are you doing down there?
Well, I'm minding my post when I notice this snow cone stand, and I think to myself, hey Murray, you gotta keep your energy up. So I hurry over here, and then all of a sudden, Monk
Could use the key. Think you could take him?
Come on, Sly, they're a pack of monkeys. How can I lose?
All right, remember, steer with the left stick and press square to use any nitro boost you collect. Keep clear of
This
the
is gonna be... hopefully this won't take too long.
Thanks for
'Cause I
the
don't
advice,
like these
Sly, but
sections.
trust me, I got this under control.
Fucking apes. I'm gonna find you, apes, and I'm gonna mint you into NFTs. No, I'm not, because I hate NFTs. NFTs are the worst. They're literal, like, code Satan. You can quote me on that. NFTs are code Satan. Brandon Carey said that, therefore it must be true. So far, so good. Need to get this fucker out of my way. And then... there we go. Now I just gotta get that one guy over there. Apes do suck, actually. Can probably beat this guy. Just need a little help. It's like, the nitros are actually pretty good for turns. Get your momentum back. Come on, you got this. Holy shit, first try!
Go get that key.
Oh, thank God. Stream luck does not fail me. Except when it does. I hate these sections, so I'm glad to be done with this. I hate them so much. I am so happy to be fucking done with that shit. Alright, now... okay, we're not gonna kill him. Just kidding! Turret section. These are actually pretty fun. These are actually pretty fun. I like how he gingerly puts his cane in the holder. That's pretty cute. That's pretty cute. Yeah, this is the same vehicle I've used in Miss Ruby's area. That proves that they are that they're linked. I recall this section being pretty easy. I actually do enjoy these turret sections, so I assume they are not hard. I appreciate the deadpan of the Panda King there. The dead panda. Yeah, this actually has not been that challenging yet. Sure it will be. I'm not actually getting through to these. There we go. Now we're starting to do some damage. Gotta get in closer. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Get these coins. Try to build some of those lives he lost from Murray. Trying to get some lives back is all. Stay down. Now let's try to get some coins back. Buy some lives. Alright, and here's some easy coins. Okay, there's your hints. I'm guessing these things fall. Actually, let's hurry up and finish this. We've made up the lives we lost, so that should be enough. And there's our key. We've got 6. We need 1 more. So an hour and a half left to stream. We're making good progress because once we do this, we'll do Clockwerk, and Clockwerk's a very unique level, or a very unique hub world compared to this. Where is the last? Yes, Duel by the Dragon. Up there. Stay down. This is a interesting last level to play for this hub world. There are 40 clues in this one. And there's the exit. So...
Freeze, raccoon!
How can I freeze when my heart warms at the very sight of you?
Shut up, ringtail. I don't know what you're doing here in China, but I'm sure it can't be good for whoever owns this place.
You must only have eyes for me if you're too blind to see what's going on around here.
All I see is a pathetic thief who's escaped.
Just like a real cop, not actually useful.
Especially when I'm stealing from a vicious extortionist like the Panda King. Open your eyes, detective. These quaint temples are a front for an illegal explosives factory.
Don't try to confuse the issue. You criminals are all the same, and none of you can escape justice.
It's a very one-sided flirting, but I do appreciate the flirting, yes. Alright, now let's come down here. Get these clue bottles. We are already well on our way towards unlocking the vault. Oh, that's just rude. Yeah, this is really good music for that. I agree, 100% for this. Checkpoint. Let's grab some clue bottles. We're already halfway done the clue finding. Alright. I actually do like these sections, because it is fun to kind of not have a clock while still being, like, still having a need to rush. Love her idle pose of shaking her fists. That is the best. Never change, Carmelita. Yeah, damn you, Cooper. We're gonna have to come back this way. Oh, that's cool. You have to wait for it to actually blow out the sign. Oh, that's pretty slick. That's pretty slick. I like that. You have to actually make her blow up the way forward. Alright, we're missing 2 clues. Or 4 clues. That is 4, not a 2. I can do subtraction. And there's your guard. Bye-bye. More lives. Here we're missing 2 more clues. Well, here comes my way. Oh, that's rude. Well, we're at the vault. And we're missing some clues. Where are they? Over here?
Watch your back, Cooper. When you least expect it, I'll be there.
In the avalanche? Now, we do have to go back for the clues. I know someone who's watching this is thinking, no, you don't. And they're technically right, but I do want to show something off. So I do actually have to go back. Won't take very long, I promise. Alright, over there. Where is there? Okay.
Freeze, raccoon.
Can I skip this cutscene? I cannot.
Shut up, ringtail.
That was... It's questionable to make this the level where you have to do that if this is an unskippable cutscene.
For me if you're too blind to see what's going on around here.
All I see is a pathetic thief who's escaped justice for
It's also interesting to do this...
Especially when I'm stealing from a vicious extortionist like
This level, when you have to watch this cutscene, knowing what I know about what's about to happen,
Don't try to confuse the issue.
strange.
You criminals are
Strange
all the same,
choice.
and none of you can escape justice.
Alright, she can't get us here, so this is a good time to do a quick scan. There, okay. I didn't even see this bottle here. So let's go for the vault. Oh, that sucks. No bother. Carmelita's agile, Jesus Christ. Even if she's only a couple of canned animations. Alright, now keep going, don't stop. Just got a clear level and then we will see the thing I need to show off. This will not take very long. And when all you got is a shock pistol, everything looks like something you need to shoot. Now, for being a quote-unquote shock pistol, that thing is really good at tearing shit up. Really good at tearing shit up. I think a payload that would quote-unquote stun you would be powerful enough to fucking destroy platforms. I don't think so. I think that's causing some actual pain.
Unfortunately, this vault code appears to have been written in owl dialect. I won't be able to crack the code until we meet and defeat the bird who created it.
Yes. We have the clues, and that is the vault. Except Bentley cannot open the vault because he doesn't speak owl. And until we find the person who wrote that code and understand how to speak owl, we cannot open this vault. This vault will remain shut. So, we have everything we need to unlock all the vaults except for the cipher. For that last clue. Unfortunately, we can't get that here, so we just gotta keep going and fight the Panda King. Which means it is boss time.
I see you carry Kane of notorious Cooper thief clan.
I do not
You come
like
here
the
for
broken
revenge
English.
to steal back the Thievius Raccoonus.
That was my plan at first, but now I'm more interested in putting an end to your avalanche extortion racket.
Why should you care if I bury a few worthless village in snow? You are a thief, just like me.
No, that's only half right. I am a thief from a long line of master thieves, while you're just a frustrated firework artist turned homicidal pyromaniac.
Insolent child. You shall pay dearly for your disrespect. Still, to honor your Cooper ancestry, I will send you to your doom with the beauty of my new firework technique. Flame Fu.
Alright. Pretty simple fight. Get up to him. Dodge his moves. And don't do stupid shit like I just did.
Booming chop. Fiery wheel.
Almost done. Yeah, this is honestly the easiest fight in the game. I just fucked up because I wasn't paying attention. Almost done. You know, when I was a kid, I thought that was fiery wind. Fiery wind, not wheel.
Skill with that cane is unparalleled.
That was less than half a minute. It feels like.
Sly, I did a cross-analysis of the metal used in that high-tech blasting vehicle, and it turns out it can only be found in one place. The Krakatoa volcano in Russia. That's got to be where we'll find the 5th member of the Fiendish Five. So get what you came for and let's get out of here.
So now we know where to
Retrieving
go.
The Panda King section of the Thievius Raccoonus gave me a chance to learn about my technically minded ancestor, Otto van Cooper. Not known for his physical dexterity, Otto relied on vehicles to aid him in his criminal endeavors. Armed with his designs, I was sure Murray would be able to make some cool modifications to the team van.
I like this.
A frustrated Inspector Fox, having missed me coming down the mountain, threw the Panda King in jail, thus putting an end to his avalanche protection services
For now.
and ensuring the safety of mountain villages throughout China. My gang and I took a little time off and did some shopping in Hong Kong. Thoroughly relaxed, we headed home to plan our next move.
I like that they take a little time off between heists.
Okay, partner, this is it. A trip to Clockwerk's lair.
Now, Clockwerk is a unique hub for the game, because that's also the finale. Because it's not really a hub; it's more like a set piece or a collection of set pieces.
We were on our way to the Krakatoa volcano in Russia. While looking over what little information I had on the final member of the Fiendish Five, I began to notice something. In the 4 parts of the Thievius Raccoonus recovered so far, several of the pictures depict a shadowy owl-like figure, which looks very similar to the police images of the mysterious Clockwerk. Is this a strange coincidence, or is there something I'm missing?
And if you actually look back at the pictures when we were watching them for the first time, that owl was actually there in every single shot. They didn't add that in post. Like, that owl was just there.
Hey, Sly! The road to Clockwerk's fortress is blocked. Do me a favor and shoot out that lock for me, would you, pal? Whoa,
Turret section.
all those mines. Think you can blow them away and clear a safe path for us?
You know, most people would just stop when there's mines, but not Murray. Murray's like, no, we're gonna keep moving. If those mines are there, that's not my problem. Because Murray is definitely not the burden.
Scanners indicate that Clockwerk is holed up in that owl-shaped tower.
First things first, we've got hostile robo-falcons at 12 o'clock, Sly.
When they turn fire, that's when you know they're about to attack.
That's no tower. It's a giant death ray. Sly, take out those rocks or we're in trouble.
Yep. Oh, from the very start? Are you kidding? This game's turret sections are bad because the turret doesn't feel particularly accurate. That crosshair doesn't look like it's actually hitting where I think it's supposed to hit. And it is a frustrating experience. Come on, please don't scare me like that. There we go. The turrets are not this game's strong suit. Oh, come on! So what is actually the point of a live system if I had to start from the fucking beginning anyway? I have never been a fan of this turret. This turret is bad, and they should feel bad. And that's kind of, this is part of like why the finale of this game is so like mixed compared to the other parts, which are generally fairly solid. At least you can shoot down some of these rocks before they fall. Okay, what's actually happening is that rock doesn't look like it should be hitting me. And I keep missing it every time. That's what's actually happening right now. Yeah, that's exactly it. JRBN. It's like they give you this awful turret and this awful race minigame and say like, you know, fuck it, get good. If you can't do it, shut the fuck up, I guess. And I'm not gonna try to do a lot of spoilers. Like, I'm not gonna spoil. Oh, okay, thank God. Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off with that rock! So, broad strokes, the big problem with Clockwerk and the finale of this game is that it is almost entirely these gimmick minigames. And as we have pointed out, these minigames suck. Okay. There is some irony in that the one time I get the charm, I don't actually need it. There is some irony in that. Okay, making progress. Please say there's a checkpoint somewhere along this. Be nice if they actually ran into my fucking crosshairs. I don't see them activating yet. They're about to. There we go. Okay, so we're done that shitty part.
Doesn't look tall enough for the turret to make it all the way through.
And we get that turret for one section. Thankfully, we never need to do it ever again.
We've got to get through that security door on the far side of the cavern. The only way to unlock it is to analyze at least 60 of those hanging computers.
this game.
Remember to use our new battering ram by hitting the square button if anyone tries to keep you from those computers.
Who hangs their computers, do you know, Christ? Minigame designers. There are only 119 computers. So we have to beat these fire slugs at smashing computers. Because mini games. Because there are only 119 computers and we need 60. Mini games. It's gonna cost me fucking life if I fuck it up, I think. So already it's better than the fucking turret one. Yeah, this feels like filler, and that's because, frankly, it is. At least that was pretty easy.
Just past them is the control room to Clockwerk's Death Ray Tower. I think it's time for some Cooper thieving and sabotage. Don't you think, Sly?
And now we're doing part 3.
Careful, Sly. Those tiles are booby-trapped. You better get out of there.
It does get better after this.
She looks trapped.
Serves that cop right. She's been dogging us from the start.
It's just a misunderstanding. We've got to free her.
Are you crazy, Sly? Clockwerk probably stuck her there to trap you.
But if I don't do anything, Carmelita's doomed. Besides, stealing just won't be any fun without her.
Sly, your ridiculous raccoon logic sends shivers up my shell.
Raccoon logic.
You're determined to go through with this. That barrel will undoubtedly help, though I have no idea how you'll get up there.
Dude, a spire jump here, a rail slide there. I've done this a million times.
He's got a point. Just gotta be careful. Alright. Now, where do we go from here? This way. Shortcut.
Careful, Sly.
Oh, that's gonna repeat the entire cutscene. That's not what I wanted. Okay, we can't skip it. Good. Love it, you can't turn invisible. Oh well. It's a little second too late. Camera. Wow, that was bad. Wonder if they'll checkpoint me. No? Perfect. Would have been fine if we had not gotten caught getting the barrel. I'm pretty sure this is just the end of the level after this. Like, this is not a very long section. Yeah, that's very precise. I love that the coins look like Sly. They didn't even bother. Like, that feels like a placeholder asset that they never actually finished getting the Russian coin for.
Sly Cooper. I should have known you were behind this.
You got me wrong, Miss Fox. I'm here to rescue you.
You sentimental fool. Empathy has always been the downfall of the Cooper clan.
I knew this was a trap. Looks like I'm going to have to do some fast and furious hacking to shut down that gas.
Time for another level, another gimmick. At least, I'm pretty sure this one's actually fun, though. So we should be fine.
Haven't had to do this in a while. Okay, I use the left analog stick to steer and the right analog stick to unleash my
It's
packet.
basically a turret section.
Those green data packets need to be destroyed if I'm going to get at the yellow security code. Uh-oh. Well, looks like I triggered one of Clockwerk's security algorithms. Stay sharp, Bentley.
Yeah, just finish the hack and you're good.
Level 3!
Nothing too complex here. Touching green or any of the attacks is going to damage us, so don't do that. Just gotta clear out the debris so we can pick up the packet safely. Almost. We are making good progress, actually. Only taking 2 hits and getting this far in is actually really good. Alright, looks like all the remaining cubes are just here. Done.
I'm the best. No code can stand before me.
That actually wasn't too bad. That was pretty fun. That was actually pretty fun.
Sly, I was wrong about you. Break me out of this force field by smashing
Man.
my face, and I'll make it up to you somehow.
That was a real about face, because she was really on the I Hate Sly Cooper bandwagon for the entire game. That doesn't... It does feel kind of forced, I'm not gonna lie.
Cooper, I've hunted you for years, tried to throw you behind bars, but when you get a chance to leave me in a cage, you set me free. Why?
Carmelita, we may be on opposite sides of the law, but you're not my enemy. Now, the homicidal robotic owl that built this death ray and nearly gassed us to death, that guy's on my list.
I see your point. All
I
right.
see your point.
Clockwerk and his evil schemes are destroyed. I suggest we work together.
Together at last. Huh, wait. I need that cane. It's been in my family for generations.
Don't worry, Ringtail. I'll cover you while you get it back. If you can. make
Oh,
it
right!
over the death ray.
A
I think
turret
that's
section!
before Clockwerk
I love
Seen
these!
it all, I hate to leave your
Doesn't
side.
actually
Hold
love
on.
these.
This truce is only temporary. Once we beat Clockwerk, I'm coming after you.
Really?
Well, maybe I'll give you a 10-second head start.
This is basically the Murray minigame. Oh, right! Yeah, try again. Sure, whatever. What 2 lives even matter anymore? Oh, right! This sucks! This one's really bad. Because they give you no heads up. And it takes more than one shot to kill some of these slugs. Now it is a shock pistol and not the asset of doom that it was when Carmilla was our enemy. It helps that it hurts that it's hard to figure out where they're coming from. Like, you don't really get a good forecast. What the fuck? Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. I do remember there's some tough platforming after this, but at least it's platforming, so it's still fun. Yeah, this is just guess where they go, and if you didn't guess, well, you'll get it next time when you know for certain. Sly! No friendly fire when it's Sly! There we go.
Nice job, Raccoon.
I think this is the second to last level in the game.
Where's Carmelita's jet?
Wow, this is actually really quick.
Said it would be.
This is really fast.
The magnetronic support field for the death ray got destroyed as you were making a run for your cane. You'd better hurry. This whole thing is about to fall apart.
I'm on it.
Yeah, this is a time platforming level, so there's gonna be some. I might do a couple. There might be a couple of wipes here. We'll see. I'm gonna try to do this as fast as possible, but if it takes a while, it takes a while.
Fast! Climb, Sly, climb!
You sure do. Yeah, this level can be really messy if you're especially if this is your first time doing it. Although I'm doing okay, never mind. Poor jump. And there's no checkpoints. There can't be, because this is the time level. Although you do actually, like, you are on a timer, but if you're at a decent pace, that shouldn't really be too much of a bother. Let me do the final boss after this. The lava is rising. As a reminder, just being next to this lava should be lethal. But video game. Video game like cartoon even. right, we're making it. We're making it. Alright, we got it. And now it's time for the final boss.
That jetpack is easy to fly. Use the left analog stick to aim and steer, and press the square button to fire its rockets. Sly! Behind you!
Sly Cooper, you have escaped my gas chamber and destroyed my death ray. Remarkable. You Coopers always find a way to beat me.
Always? So that was you in the background of all those old pictures in the Thievius Raccoonus. How old are you?
Perfection has no age.
What? You're immortal?
Revenge is the prime ingredient in the fountain of youth. I've kept myself alive for hundreds of years with a steady diet of jealousy and hate, awaiting a day when I would finally eclipse your family's thieving reputation.
Sly! My missiles don't hurt him but seem to create holes in his armor. Shoot into the gaps I create!
Yep, this... the turret section. Pretty simple.
My intellect is refined. My experience is greater.
There we go. And he's down. Except not. It's not gonna be that easy. It's the final boss.
Nice shooting, Sly! You got him! Wow, that's one tough out.
I don't get it. You're so familiar with my family. You must have known my father had a son. If you hated the Coopers so much, why did you let me live when you stole the Devious Raccoonus?
Because I wanted to show the world that without your precious book, the Cooper line was nothing.
Ah, well, there's where you're wrong. The Thievius Raccoonus doesn't create great thieves. It takes great thieves to create the Thievius Raccoonus.
Enough.
There we go. Moral messages.
I will finish you like I finished your father. And the Cooper line will be erased, and the only master thief will be Clockwerk.
I find it difficult to believe that there are only
This Cooper I've yet encountered.
2 Master Thief lines in all of history. But okay. Obviously, but I should point out, if I don't hit those rings, I will die. So far, so good.
You can't dodge me forever.
Just put it in a predictable sequence for me, will ya? That'd be really nice. There we go. Down again.
Now's your only chance, Sly! You've got to get to his head and destroy it before his auto...
I am.
We can do this. Oh, come on! I hit the button. Okay, that's gonna be an issue. This game has horrific checkpointing. Then again, most platformers did. At least this is not difficult. was almost there, too. I'm a little pissed off. Oh, well. Can you please hit? I do also like how, like, most of the bosses, even his, like, health bar gets more, like, his face gets more and more broken up as the health bar decreases. It's great. It is a really good detail. You're right. You're right to point that out. No more conversation, so... Okay. That's fine. Just miss. Yeah, all the bosses do that, and it's really good. It's a really good little detail that they added to the boss battle. Give you a little bit more anime, a little more spice, a little more flavor. All right, do this 2 more times, and we should be good to try the platforming again. This is going far better than I was afraid it might. In all honesty. Because I remember wiping to this boss a lot as a child. Now it's time to finish him off. I am. But are you?
Feet together.
Oh, fuck. You were right there. What 2 lives even matter? There's no checkpoints. What is the point of this life system? Genuinely. At least they do finish off with a platforming section. Because that is the most appropriate way to finish off a game like this. Because otherwise this would be very Crash 2. And people who played Crash 2 or watched the Crash 2 series would know what I'm referring to.
You can't dodge me forever.
I can. Just never let go of the fire button. Ever. Let's try this one more time.
I am.
You are.
7. Flowers.
Oh my god. That was a control problem. The controls fucked that up. It's okay. We still got 45 minutes to finish off this game 100%. There's admittedly a little bit more to do after this boss, but not much. So, the time is on our side right now.
You can't dodge me forever. My skills are superior.
not wiping too badly and too often. Like, if worst comes to worst, we can probably just grind for Lucky Charms and come back, and it would not even be a huge issue. Okay. That's fine. Definitely looked like the crosshairs were hitting it, but, you know, whatever. Whatever, game. They just don't auto fire because there's no point to never just letting go to letting go of the button. Just keep it pressed. And I don't know why they didn't just auto fire it.
I am. 7.
That was close. Now you guys, okay, we're good. So far, will you screw me again? No, you won't. Great. Perfect.
Feet together.
Come on.
I will live. Immortal.
There we go.
Clockwerk is superior.
Done. He's down. We
took
did
some
it.
Tricky maneuvering, but I managed to snatch that last piece of the Thievius Raccoonus from Clockwerk's claw. I had taken down each member of the Fiendish Five: Raleigh, Mugshot, Ms. Ruby,
We did it.
the Panda King, and finally Clockwerk. I'd beaten them all one by one and reclaimed
I
my
love this
birthright.
animation, this art style.
Of course, there was no way I could have gotten here without the help of my pals. I know
This
it
art and
sounds
animation
easy
style
for
is
them,
really
but
good.
They stuck with me through it all. Murray, boy, it took a lot of guts for him to get out in the field with me. I know he was scared, but he's got more heart than anyone I've ever known. And thank goodness for
And they
Becky.
only get better, by the
Without his
way, in
expertise,
2 and 3 with
I'd
this
have never
style.
found my
They only
way
get
out on the
better.
Rooftop in Paris. A guy couldn't ask for a better gang of friends. Who could ever forget the lovely Carmelita? Looks like
When
we're
you
not
eventually
gonna
get
be
to Slide
friends
2,
anymore.
you'll see the art style improves dramatically between
Now
the two
that
games.
Clockwerk's death ray is out of commission, we're back to playing cops and robbers. I thought for sure she was gonna slap the handcuffs on me right then and there. But instead, she was true to her word and gave me that 10-second head start. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wow. Smooth
I felt bad
operator.
leaving her stranded on that giant rock, but I knew it wouldn't be long before we'd see each other again.
Smooth operator. We're not quite done yet, but I'm gonna let credits roll. No, I'm not. Can I skip these? It does not look like I can, so I am actually gonna let credits roll, it looks like. Not my choice. But, you know what? These people deserve to get credited for the work, because they did a great job. There's only... There can't be only 5 voice actors. Who's did all the other, like, the Panda King and all them? Why is Miss Ruby called out specifically in the voice acting credits? What the hell? They call out Sly, Bentley, Murray, Carmelita, and Miss Ruby specifically. What about the other Fiendish Five? That's weird. That's a bizarre choice. Mugshot? I don't know if I call him hot or not, because he skipped leg day, and that's like a... That's a serious no-no. You gotta be even. So I think I actually fall on not hot for Mugshot. I mean, you would credit their other, like, for them to, if they did more than just those characters, you credit them for all the characters they did. Uh-oh. That's kind of cute.
I hate to tell you this, Sly, but the Thievius Raccoonus isn't fully restored. You're gonna have to go back and unlock all the vaults to find the pages you're missing. There is some good news, though. A friend of mine in Japan just sent me this really cool movie. And guess what? It's all about us.
I actually really like the anime art style for the Japanese version. This is actually really cool. Yeah, this is the Japanese version of the game, I presume. The Japanese version of the art style is actually really cool. I kind of dig it. I dig it. It's cool watching like the recreation from a different like viewpoint. How it's similar, but not quite the same. That's really cool. I'm glad they added this. But thankfully we know where the last vault is. Just have to do this level one more time and get the final vault key. Or the final vault. Even with the clue box, just have the finished level and we got it. See if we got all the clues from earlier. Oh no! I'll have to wait for a second. Now, I find it interesting that they chose this level specifically to put the owl code cipher vault in. Because A, that means this level is the one where you have to use the blueprints for Panda King.
Extortionists like the Panda King. Open your eyes, detective.
And B, this happens immediately after we just finished working with her in the Clockwerk level. We immediately go back and go, oh wait, never mind. We're actually, like, I don't actually want to work with you anymore. We're back to the rivalry. And by the way, the Panda King is back too. Like, it's weird that we, like, it really does highlight the fact that we're playing a video game. It's a strange choice. I wouldn't have made this choice. I would have chosen a level where there's probably no cutscenes instead. But I am not Sucker Punch. I don't even know if there was a better reason or not, because I wasn't there in the dev studio when they made this call. But I would have chosen probably any other level, preferably one that doesn't involve Carmelita. Oh, I am half asleep, it looks like. Holy shit. Okay, gotcha. But aside from that, there's nothing inherently wrong with, like, the idea of you can only get this vault after you've beaten the game to ensure that we just don't rush you to the true ending immediately, that we can guarantee that there's at least one vault you haven't gotten. So we can say, with 100% certainty you haven't finished the book yet, that you have more sections to get. It makes sense for them to do that. I just would not have chosen this particular level to be that, even though this level doesn't take very long, so maybe that's why, is because ultimately this level is like maybe a minute long tops, a couple minutes long tops. And there's not a whole lot going on here. Alright, and we are almost... Oh! Rude! Fucking rude, Carmel! Rude Carmel!
Press the circle to enter the vault code.
Now let's get this last vault done.
Multiple blood vessels burst in my brain while figuring this out. The code had better be 231.
231, the final vault code.
Amazing! Colonel Reed Cooper's time stopper technique. Press the triangle button and execute a flashbang that will stun all guards in the world for a few seconds. I can see how this might be useful.
All guards in the entire world. Imagine, like, first off, we finished the game.
At long last, the Thievius Raccoonus restored to its original state. The first time I held the whole thing under my arm since I was 8 years old. The same weight that all my ancestors had felt beneath their arms as they had passed it on. Although, while other family members may have been great thieves, they all inherited the book. I got a chance to earn it. I had taken down the Fiendish Five, having used the moves my ancestors taught me, and become a master thief along the way. The time had come for me to chronicle my own adventures into the great book.
I'm impressed it has enough pages.
This is gonna be fun.
At what point do you make a Thievius Raccoonus Volume 2? We got half an hour left, and we got a little bit we can do before we hop off. So we're gonna let the credits roll a second time. Oh, I can skip this.
You've done it, Sly.
Perfect.
The Thievius Raccoonus is complete. Now, try beating all the Master Thief sprints to unlock the designer's commentary. Once you've unlocked them all, I've got a special behind-the-scenes movie to show you.
So, for the purpose of this Let's Play, I am not doing all the time trials. I will not be doing that. I don't have it in me to do that again. I did it once as a child, did it twice when the PS3 remaster came out. I'm not planning on doing it a third time. I don't need that anymore. I've proven to myself I can do it. I don't need to do it again. However, it is worth showing off at least one of them since we do have the time. I was going to do the first level, because it should be the easiest. We're going to switch to the roll. And basically, we have to get to the end of the level before time runs out. A speedrunner's paradise. I don't think this consumes lives. If it does, then they fucked up. They fucked up. And the roll helps to speed up the clock. It's something that a lot of speedrunners will use when they're running this game, is use the roll a lot. I'm pretty sure roll is preferred over... Okay. Over just speeding up the clock. I think the speeding up the clock also speeds up the pace that this clock ticks down. They're making good time. We're making really good time. Fuck, 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 fuck. Damn! A little bit faster, we'd have made it. Okay. I wonder how it does the fast speed up the clock as well. Yes, it does. That's why people don't use fast, because fast actually does speed up the clock as well. So it has to be roll. Down. We can do it. We can do it. Come on! Come on! Why did it speed up like that? Okay, let's try a different level. Should be pretty easy. There should be one that's pretty easy. That's the part of why I'm not doing this again, because I've already done it the first time. I don't need to do it a second time. Okay. And now you are seeing a live demonstration about why I will not be doing this for all the levels. Because I have nothing to prove. Alright. Making progress. You can do it. We're almost there. Oh, it's gonna be tight. No, don't do that! Oh! You were right there! Again, real-time demo for why I'm not be doing this. Oh, it takes your charm away when you do this. Oh, that's kind of fucked up. I think rolling is actually a waste of time here. I'm gonna fall. I think that's actually less time than doing the triple hop. Alright, and this should be not quite, but more or less perfect. Don't worry about the lasers, just keep walking. I think actually rolling up the hill is a waste of time. Yeah, I think I have more time now than I did when I first tried this. Yeah, I am... It's about the same. Maybe a couple seconds extra. We got it. And that's our first sprint. And probably our only sprint, if we're being realistic. And so, when you go back to do a level that you've finished the sprint on, you can press, like, you get... let me... This is actually, if you're into game design at all, it's a really cool feature.
You may be saying this level is large, but it is actually a third of the size of the original level.
The original concept behind the original NPCs was to tie them to Alice in Wonderland.
What was challenging in lighting this level, Hokyo? You have fire in here, and you have multi-levels, you have lasers. Yep.
So this is an actual dev commentary on the level that you did.
You have two different kind of a setup move. One is very cold. You start with cold, and at the end you get hot. So we have like we can only use one fog in this level. With actually for every level. So choosing the right color of the fog was very difficult.
So by completing time trials, you actually learn a bit about how the game was made. And I find that to be fucking cool.
Long time ago.
That was in a long time ago for this level. It was behind.
We were very sad when it was removed.
Yeah.
It was quite large.
It was a huge octopus head, and you got to knock its eyeballs out of its sockets, and knock its teeth out of its.
And its eyes looked it.
Yeah.
It was pretty creepy, wasn't it?
And he had a bow tie. Our NPCs were all.
See, I didn't know this. This is actually stuff I didn't remember from when I played this the first time. But yeah, like you just listen to the devs talk for a bit about the level and what they did and how it's different from the original version and whatever comes to mind. It's a really cool idea for like a bonus feature. And as for the reward, because I know Bentley said there was a reward for getting 100% of the time trial. I forget what it was, so I'm going to see if I can just look it up. Because we have wrapped, like, that is as far as I want to go with Sly Cooper on stream. Sly Cooper 1, in particular. Because we've essentially finished the story of the game. And that's really all I wanted to do. I am happy with how far we've come. But I am going to try to see if I can figure out what that last movie was. I think I have found some kind soul who is willing to put it on YouTube. So we're going to actually finish the stream by switching to my desktop, Please ignore the tabs. A lot of people are traumatized by my tabs. But that is the way it's gonna have to be.
How should I describe Sly Cooper?
And this is the scene you unlock from finishing the commentaries, or getting all the time trials complete.
He's charismatic,
suave, debonair,
Don't
cool,
talk about my tabs.
Fast, stealthy, athletic, he's a daredevil.
Sly Cooper is charming thievery.
We started with the idea that we wanted to do an action game where the primary character was a thief. The choice of a raccoon was a pretty.
This is a really cool unlockable.
You know, obviously the mask. Being
I love behind the scenes stuff. So the more you get of this, the more happy I am.
We very early on wanted to make a game that looked and felt like a cartoon, but was
I liked it.
Closer to realism rather than flat and graphic. We started to experiment.
I think they succeeded in that aim, because this does feel this like you do get in the game like this
like a
cartoon but real world
3D game
kind of aesthetic.
It actually looked like it was inked and painted, and we want the backgrounds to be, you know, really lush and have a painted look, so it looks like it's a living animated episode that you've been thrown into.
When you look at the game initially, the first thing that draws you in.
And I will say the graphics still hold up to this day. This still looks like a great game.
Look of the environments, but
on the original
play
PS2.
the gameplay itself is lush as well.
On my original PS2 copy that I own. I would never, ever, ever pirate.
The original conception of the
Ever.
character
I would never do it.
Was
ever do it.
More realistic raccoon, chubby and not quite as lithe as the character is now, and it kind of evolved as we went along.
Once we got to that part where
that's a lot of cool
what
designs.
he is now, my main job was to.
Although they definitely chose the right design for the final one.
Every bit of thiefiness into him that I could. He's kind of tiptoeing and he's really like rearing back to like ease his foot forward, trying to keep all his weight back so his foot falls softly on the ground, and really try to hone his personality through subtleties in the movement and really try to push the thiefiness.
Is we wanted Sly to feel really agile. We wanted him to feel like Sly could do the most amazing physical feats. You want to let the player of the game feel like they're a thief. Not like a real thief, like you wish thieves were.
Yeah. It's probably in that description.
Sly Cooper's story is really cool. He comes from a long line of super raccoon thieves. And the source of their kind of thieving greatness is this book called the Thievius Raccoonus. It's this incredibly valuable heirloom that is stolen from Sly's family when he's very young.
He has come of age, and now he feels it's his
Fun fact.
duty to take back
The manual of the game actually looks like Thievius Raccoonus.
Bentley and Murray.
Bentley provides a lot of the.
And I like this was a cool touch. I miss manuals sometimes.
For Sly to complete his missions, Murray has a huge case of Sly envy. He wants to be Sly in the worst possible way, and he has absolutely none of the capabilities to do it.
A hero's only as good as his villains. We wanted to create villains, you know, making them dangerous, making them menacing, making them goofy. Just giving them as much personality as Sly Cooper.
It's a super high bar being in the action-adventure category. I mean, all of the greatest games, the best games that are out there are all
At the time this was true, yeah.
The genre is such that you have to really excel in every single phase of the game.
Yeah, this was the time when platforming was the big thing that people were doing. The PS1 PS2 era was like the platforming haven.
The animation right, then you have to figure out how the engine's going to play the animation.
If you're a big fan of platformers, this was the time when you would want to be like. This was the time that you probably still think of nostalgically.
People are doing shoot 'em ups and things with big weapons and things like that. And this is all about character, so you can get the feeling of I am Sly and I'm sneaking around. Anytime we can exploit anything in the environment, build it in a way that as Sly's running over, it might seem more stealthy. We completely exploit that.
And our golden rule is whatever is thiefier wins.
If you want to make a game that looks different, the PS2 gives you the opportunity to do that.
As a programmer, it has a ton of tools for solving all sorts of different types of technical problems.
A big focus for us has been in getting our tool set to the point where the artists were really unconstrained.
Artists will come to us with, they want the game to look this way, or boy, can we have a line around all the characters, the cell shading that we do, or how can we do the lighting models so that things that are bright have certain colors on them. And they have a lot of really cool ideas, and I and the other people on the programming team work on trying to get the technology put in place so that we can make those ideas happen.
What we were able to do was put together our own lighting algorithm in the vector units and then do the same thing for the cell borders that we put around all our characters. We could get it to all run
It's amazing.
fast and have it all look different than other games. That was really
Because
the goal from
this stuff is mostly baked into engines now. But you had to actually like create most of the stuff like from scratch back in that era.
Building a team to build a game like this.
It's been great working with such a dedicated group of people.
Of course, they have to refine it, but most of the Unity has most of these tools already kind of built
It really
in.
does require unbelievably talented artists, unbelievably talented programmers, and unbelievably talented designers.
How you doing?
The designers, I think, have done a wonderful job of giving players the
Everyone was
experience
stunned
of
with this movie.
sneaking and being a thief, and at the same time making the designs accessible to people so that you don't need to be a super gamer in order to play it, although there are tons of things that are in the game for those people.
We're making a game that anyone can play.
You can't just have great art. You can't
Except
just
for
have
those
great
turret
code.
sections.
You can't just have great characters. You got to have it all.
It's not about just how the game looks, it's about how the game plays and how the player experiences it. And it's all about having fun.
You can make a really cool character, but if he's not fun to play, it's not worth doing.
So I will say,
He's collected, he's adventurous.
Sly is Sly. It is not a misnomer.
but I will say when you're actually like doing the platforming in this game, if even today, even by modern standards, it still feels really good. Even by my modern standards, this game still feels really good. And thank you to Resbit, who I will give a shout out to in the show notes for this episode when it goes onto YouTube, for your donation, unknowing donation to my stream. We'll close out with Ray Brandt. PS2 version. Remember, PS2 version. Whatever you saw, you didn't actually see. So I want to close out because like I brought the manual out and I started like flipping through it the other day. And one of the cool things that you could do in this era of the PS2 is the manual was actually written diegetically. With like, I don't know if you can see this, because I'm not great at showing things to the webcam. Blow this up a little, and you'll see that the actual text is written diegetically. It is actually like Sly and Bentley and Murray writing notes in the book about how to be a thief. And like if you look, because this was the era where when you bought a game from the store, because you would buy it at like a Toys R Us or a GameStop, you would end up like reading the manual on your way home. At least I would back in the day. And so like they have cool things like they have like profiles on your on the bosses in the manual. So you could like before you even start launching the game, get like a jump start into this is the world I'm about to inhabit. Like they have like there's Mugshot, and there's another page for Miss Ruby and the Panda King, and I think Clockwerk is on the next page as well. Like they have a lot of like really cool things in just the manual. You don't see anymore. I'm gonna move this back where it belongs, in the corner. And I understand why people don't do this anymore. It is frankly a waste of paper when you could use that material for something more useful. Because most games will just teach you the game mechanics by playing the game anyway. But there is a part of me that nostalgically pines for the era where you could have, like, literature, like, I don't want literature. That's way overblown a word for this. But, like, a companion piece to the game inside the game, inside the case for it. Like I showed you Ratchet and Clank last time when we were playing that, how the manual, although what they did for Ratchet and Clank is they made the manual into a poster. I don't know if I can show it, but it's like a poster, and on the other side of the poster was the game manual. Blow that up again real quick just to show this off a little easier to look at. And I miss the days where you could kind of like get away with this, where this is a thing that, while not common, was something that could be done. There's nothing wrong with not including these, because honestly, it is the right call to get rid of manuals. People don't use them. People don't need them. But part of me does miss that particular era of video game history. Man, I wish this... Oh, that's why one of the spokes is broken off of this disc holder. That's why the disc keeps falling out. Oh well. And speaking of, while you're done with Sly Cooper for now, we will come back in the future to eventually do Sly 2. You can already look at that improved art style between the first game and the second game. But before we get to Sly 2, we must first go back to Ratchet and Clank for Going Commando. This will be the next game we play. We will start this on next Sunday. So look forward to that. And then we will do Sly... We'll do Sly 2, and then we'll do Ratchet 3, and then Sly 3. We'll do it in that order. But for now, I'm going to pick that disc up and wear it after we close. This was Sly Cooper and Thievius Raccoonus. This was the first game that Sucker Punch did as a fledgling new studio. And they have come a long way since. They have done Ghost of Tsushima, which... If you haven't played that, you should play it. It's a really good game. And I look forward to kind of watching how they advanced playing the Sly trilogy. Because they would go on to do Infamous, and we're probably not going to play Infamous, at least not immediately. Or not anytime soon. Things might change in the future, but for now, we've still got a bunch of games to go through. And for now, we're going to wrap up for the night. I am Brandon Carey. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Remember to wear your mask, social distance, wash your hands, get vaccinated, get your booster shot. Black Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matter, stop Asian hate, and all lives cannot possibly matter until minority lives matter. Have a great evening. And I will see you next week when we start Going Commando. Take care until then, guys. Stay safe. Bye.